So God says, therefore then, not since you're surrounded by a bunch of spectators with an opinion, but since you are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses. This morning in church life, in the heavenly grandstands, we are not here on our own. There is a cloud of witnesses, those that have gone before us, that have run their race in faith, that kept going. Despite persecution, despite discouragement, despite disappointment, despite disillusionment, they kept running. Well, I'm going to listen to witnesses, because witnesses have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. They're in the grandstand of heaven. They're looking over the grandstands this morning at us here in St. Louis. And they're looking at us and going, come on, keep going. We did it, you can. We didn't just turn up in church this morning because we're a bunch of socially dysfunctional morons that had nothing else to do. So we just came to church because we had to be with people that have to be nice to us, and we got nothing else to do. We came here because we are on assignment. We came here because we are being mobilized to advance the kingdom of God. We are coming here to be strengthened, to be trained, to be equipped, to be trained for the work of the ministry. That's what we are here for. And we got a cloud of witnesses that is saying, do not give up. I know it might be hard, but you can keep going. You can endure. We kept going so you could go on our behalf. Do not quit. Do not stop. Have you ever noticed that there's tens of thousands of spectators and only ever a handful of participators? Because there's a really big difference between those that pay the price to get on the field and play and those that are just going to pay an entry fee to go into the stadium. I mean, in fact, if you want to be a spectator, you don't even need to go to the game. You can just watch it. And so as long as you can push a button, you can spectate. As long as you've got a big mouth, you can spectate. Because if you ever notice, spectators sit in the grandstand, and of course, if it was them on the field, they would have done a better job. They could have done a better job. The coach should have. Every spectator's got an opinion about what the coach should have, would have, or could have done. If they were on the field, they would have, could have, and should. And in church life, there's a lot of spectators. There's a lot of spectators that come in on a Sunday morning, and man, if they were leading the worship set would have been better. If they were doing all of the kind of the lighting, it could have been done. Because we all could have, would have, and should have. And man, if they were preaching, it should have been a whole lot more. Then we go home as Christian spectators. This is how you'll know if you're a spectator or a participator. Because when you go to lunch, if you're a spectator, you will have a commentary on everything. Spectators have opinions on everything. They are so, and in our social media culture, we don't only have opinions, we think the world ought to know every opinion that we have. And there's some of you, and this is crucial, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. And that means sticking some stuff out. And what you've done in your life is you've always bailed as soon as it gets too hard. Whatever that might be, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, physically, financially. And if we are going to do, Jesus did everything that he can do. And we have faith to receive that and believe that. Without faith, it's impossible to please God, so we need to do that. This is where the faith adventure lies. It's where you are made. It's where you are being transformed and conformed to the image of Jesus Christ. We don't need faith for stuff. We need faith to become like Jesus, to allow his image to be conformed on the inside of us. That's what endurance does.